Hello, welcome. I'm Rose. I'm your creative guide here at Wild Rose Bohemian. I'm the artist and the designer. Today I'm working in my tall ledger journal, and I'm going to be working with some of the items that are on my site. By no means in this journal, the things I'm going to show you, I'm also going to show you how to do them without using this kit, and it's not particular to this kit, but it is more specific to tall journals. So I'm going to show you, let's see. So this is one of the spreads. This is using the leftovers. I'll show you how to do these flips, okay? There's something else similar. Let's see. Here's another similar one. And another one. So I'm just giving you examples of the pockets that we're working with. So I hope you'll join me. One. So I'll see you in the video, I hope. Hi, it's Rose. I'm your creative guide here at Wild Rose Bohemian, and I'm still working in my tall ledger journal. I've got quite a few pages that I need to work with, and I just want to remind you that this series is more about working in a tall journal than it is necessarily about the particular kit, although I am working with my kit that is designed for a tall that is designed for a tall journal. So I'm working with the Pink Daisy kit. Most everything that I'll be able to show you, that I show you in this series, you can do without using my kit and could be adapted to a tall journal that you're creating. So let me just show you what I'm working with right now. We have this particular kit I've tried to do for members. Everything should almost be free except the Fussy cuts. Between the Thankful Thursdays and the Freya Friday freebies. For non-members, there are two really beautiful Freya Friday freebies that are available to you, and you should be able to create a fairly nice journal from that too. You'll just have to create more of your own ephemera, which if you enjoy doing that, then there's plenty there. Today I'm going to be showing you about some of the stuff that comes in the Thankful Thursdays, but this could be, like I said, done with any, any set of pages. I'm going to show you, first of all, a waterfall, and then I'm going to show you some pages that are, again, tiered pockets, but they're flip pockets, and maybe even a full journal layout. We'll see. These are some of the Fussy cuts. When I do Fussy cuts, I do quite a bit. There's, I think, 90 in this pack, and some of them I printed on sticker paper, you can see, so they don't have the outline. And I've had some fun with that lately, playing with the overlays and stuff. But, so the Fussy cuts come both ways. They come this way with an outline, and then they also, this new series also comes without the outline, and of course you get all of the PNGs anyways that are like 2500 pixels. So 2500 pixels would mean that this image could be blown up to this size. So when you buy from me, I just want to emphasize this, my Fussy cuts are not small, though you can manipulate them and print them one or two or four per page. The clarity is unsurpassed, and they could be used for a much larger item like your journal page, or some people do t-shirts. Some people buy them and they use it for other stuff. But I wanted you to know that they're always large, though they're printed smaller here. Okay, so with no further ado, I'm going to get started. Let me just show these really quick. So if you're new to overlays and what they do and how they can be helpful, or transparency, let me just show you. These are some of the tags that I created using my overlay kit, and then the Fussy cuts from this kit. I personalized this by printing the background from the overlay kit onto the pattern paper that matches this kit. So it started out like this, and then I used the Fussy cuts to make them even closer to what this journal style is. I also did that with some of these, same thing. I used some of the Fussy cuts from this kit, but paired it with some of those images from the collage kit so that I could extend my ephemera. Okay, so let's get started here. I'm going to do this one first, and this layout that I've cut out, what I would like to show you is that I purposely left this edge, because what I'm going to do is fold these and have them be a flip pocket on one page. So this can be done also with your own pattern paper and your own paper, and let me just show you how I would create that. So I'm printing one-sided, and then what I'm going to do is fold this over, and I'm going to leave a little bit of an edge here for tucking into my journal. And then, oh, I don't see my bone folder. Okay, I'm going to use this instead of my bone folder. Improvise, I guess, where needed. Okay, and then decided, since I'm going to need to do some scoring anyway, I'll show you here. So what I could have done for more precision here is to score this first, but it's okay. So I have to be careful when I use these two tools not to press down too hard when I'm making the crease. And what I want you to notice is that these have a repeating shape, and it's part of what makes the pockets look nice together as a layer. And so what I'm going to do is start with the top, the one that I want to be the tallest. So you could do this with more than 3. You could do 5. You could do whatever you want. But so what I'm going to do is basically use my scissors to create an edge that I like. Okay, and knowing that, so my lowest point is probably going to be on the folded edge, and then my highest point over here. And you can do it however you want, but what I'm going to do is to show you that what you can do is just really randomly pick your edge pattern. Okay. So open it up, and before you move on, make sure that you like what your edge looks like. See this here? I think this is really nice. Okay, I'm happy with that. So then I'm going to design my pockets as I go, right? Like I need to use this paper, so I'm probably going to put this like in the middle, and then figure out which one I want to be on the front. Just kind of want to make sure that you like how your papers go together. And I think I like that. I could do this one. No, I think I'll do this one. So with your paper choice intact, all you're going to do is do the same thing that we did here, which is basically we're just going to do the same thing with folding here. This one too. These are double-sided, so they may not have been the best choice because it might have wasted some of the printing on the inside, but it doesn't matter. Okay. So the next thing you're going to do is fold your pages together, and then keep in mind behind this edge and this edge. I'll have to score those. Should we do that really quick? Let's just, because those don't quite match. Yeah, yikes. To make sure they match, I'm going to actually suggest that next time, like when you do it, choose all 3 papers first and then score them at the same in the same place, and then you won't have an issue like I just did. Because what you're going to want is you're going to want your pages to be the same width, or your pockets, excuse me, to be the same width. Yeah. This is the one that needs a little bit of help. Okay, so this one is the top, this one's the middle. Let's see here. I'm going to place them so that I get them in about the even spacing that I want between these edges here. So I'm going to want more than that. I'm probably going to allow myself about that much. If you want to measure using your ruler, you could do that also. So, because I want this, let's see. Now all I'm going to do is just slide this together. We'll do the first one and then we're going to end up cutting from the bottom. So and all I'm going to do is use my first cut as my template so that I follow the exact edge. You could vary the edges if you like so that they're not the same. Oh, oops. thought this one was shorter. Okay, so and I don't love that as much, but we're going to do it anyway. So you get the idea there of how to go ahead and create your own. Okay, I'm going to work with this one here from the kit first to put it in and show you the options, but that teaches you how you can work with this kit. So I'm going to pick, I like to, with each one of my signatures, so this has 3 signatures, kind of do a repeating element, though not the same in each signature. These need to be scored and inked, so I'm going to score them and ink them off camera, and I'm scoring in the center here, and then I'm scoring on the edge here, and I'm going to ink those up. Okay, before you actually ink, what you'll want to do is just make sure that your edges match. It's better to have them match here and then trim a little bit. Than it is to trim down there. So I've got that one. This one's pretty close, but anything that I don't actually have to ink to get them to look like they're one piece, the better. Okay, perfect. I'm going to ink and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just want to point this out here, that if you were using these for pockets only and not a flip page, so they get put in just like this. You'd cut this in half. You could stack it one, and then you could even go from this side. It's fun to do it like this, right? Oops. Yeah, you could do it like this, layer them up like that, which is really fun to do. Or you can layer them, you know, the same direction like this, just one-sided and glued down to the page. We're going to be doing 2-sided, so I'm also, because it's a flip, I'm going to do a couple other things to my paper to make sure that it matches and that it's cohesive. One thing I'm going to do is check and see here when my design is folded if this protrudes out, and it does, so I'm going to trim that. And I'm actually just trimming the tab portion so that it doesn't show. Just going to make sure with that one. Yeah, this one needs a little trim too. Just going to do that one for good measure. Okay, and then I'm also going to corner around the bottom, the outer edge that turns. These could be decorated any way you want, and another option for you is to leave these open and create a pocket with that. That's a really fun thing to do. I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to seal all of these these pages up. Maybe. So again, at this point, now that it might be glued down, you'll want to make sure anywhere that you notice even just a little bit of white to grab your, see, I didn't quite get it there, grab your distressing ink tool and get that. Okay, that's how we do. I'm going to do this third one off camera and catch up to you. Okay, let's go. Keep going. I'm going to start with the tall part of the tallest part. I'm going to add glue to my. I had to start my video again, so I hope I didn't lose track too much. So what I'm going to do here, now that I've glued this one shut, I've glued this one shut, and this one, and they're inked, just going to take my largest one, the tallest one, and the place that has the wording on it that's left over, I'm just going to ink that, or excuse me, glue it, add some, oops, maybe I'm going to add glue. Hope I'm adding glue. That's probably a little too much. And what I'm going to do is just get it to match in height here, and I'm going to just push it into the corner as best I can, as if I was adding a page. Okay. Then I'm going to add my next tallest one. See, what you could do, just letting you see the options, is you could put it on this side too, right? And this one here, so that they flip over like this to build a page like that. I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to have them match, but it looks like some of these pages in this journal I cut shorter than others, and so this is a little bit long. I'm just going to align it with the bottom here, because what I can do is easily snip that top off, but it will alter the pocket if I do trimming here. So I'm going to just trim here, and pay attention before your glue dries to what this outer one looks like here, and get it where you really want it. Like I might need to add a little more glue because I picked it up. But because it's interactive, it's really important to make sure that it's adhered nicely before it starts to move around too much. So then all I'm going to do here is just trim it. I do that without pulling that up. I'll do the inking of that later. So I just want to get this to really kind of dry. Do the next size up. And again, another option here, just to giving you options. Oops. Right? Where does the glue go, guys? It goes on the place with the words. Would be if I were to have left these open, these ones here, and not glued them shut. That would be an additional pocket, but I felt like it might make my journal too bulky to do that, so I didn't. But if you can if you want. So, oops. And then you're going to add the last one. Aligning your edges here and where they meet here. And so it would be really nice if you don't like the way that the edge looks here that's left. An additional security that you could do is to just, with one of your scrap pieces, let's see, forgot. I'm just gonna actually add some on the top, just as a, just because measure, I think I have, yeah. I'm also hiding the white that is showing there from the back side of the pages. That's optional, totally optional. So the decorating of these pages, I'm not sure if I'm going to show you because of time. Because what I really want to do is show you the additional ways to put these kind of pages into your journal. So, but I will give you a little bit of visual idea, and then I'll show you how I did at the end of the video. I'll show you the way that I decorated them. So this one will probably get a pocket or a fussy cut. I'm not sure. Like some of them could get a quote. This could get, you know, like a paper clip clipped on. You can decorate these however you want, just like a page, but they are nice in creating kind of a layered flip, and that was the idea of those. Except I started to manipulate this before it dried. Don't do that, guys. Don't get ahead of yourself because you're nervous and you're filming a video. So at the end of the video, we'll come back to how I decorated these pages, because what we do have to do is show you the other ways that these pages can go on. So that's in one signature. Let's move to another one. This one's getting a little bit full. So what we can do at this point is, so if we want to do a double page spread, you could do it like this, right? Linking these up. Probably don't even need this one. It's just optional. Right, so if we go in this way, glue down on the sides on either side, and then the edge here. That would be one thing you could do. That'd be really fun. What I'm actually going to do is just show you that these pockets can be single pages too. So let's just got them cut in half now. I'm going to ink and I'll be right back. I've inked up my pockets after cutting them in half, and it's really just pretty simple to create this page. You just actually add glue and glue these together. So before I secure them together, I'm just going to glue them, before I secure them to the page, I'm going to glue them together so that I keep the edges matching. It's easier to match them when you haven't put it on the page yet, at least for me. And on this, we're just going to add glue here. I'm aligning it with the outer edge and the bottom edge of this page here. Oops. I'm trying to. Looks like I'm going to have to add more glue after pulling it up. Maybe not. Just want to test my corners too, where there's going to be some stress from going in and out. Make sure that they're glued well. And then this could just get decorated however you want. Fussy cut, I don't know, quote. Make sure you got lots of things to tuck in there. Just giving you a sample. Remember, we're going to show the decorated one at the end. So there's that. You could have also done it more like this, which is to alternate your pages like this. And if you were to do that, what you can do is just slide this where you'd like and how you'd like, get it where you want, and then trim the bottom. So this one I think we will put in that way, but we'll put it in a different signature. So let's put it, how about we just put it right here on this page. I'm going to ink it. Okay. So let's just put these together how I want them. Not sure if I like it like that. No, let's align them on the bottom. Because I chose to align them on the bottom, I'm going to cut this part off right here. Glue them together. So really think this paper is pretty, this daisy paper. That ever happened to you where you're like, oh, look at too much glue? I wasn't thinking there. Ever happened to you where you didn't think you were gonna like something and then all of a sudden you did and you really like how it looks and it was a new thing? My gosh, I love it when that happens to me. It's, you know, it comes from having the courage to try something new. So many fun things I've discovered doing things like that I didn't know that I would. Okay. So just gonna glue this in. So again, you get the idea here. Now I left this so that it could be tucked in all the way. I've got 3 pockets and I've got to do some embellishing then and stuffing here on this one. One more. Before I do that, I'm cutting out the ephemera that was on those pages so that I can decorate those pages with it. Okay, here's another thought for you. So let's say you don't want to use this with this kit. No big deal. On the other side, print whatever pattern paper you want. And then use this as your template to make 3 of these matching pockets. Of course, I'm trying to build this journal, so I do want these to match. So I'm going to, you know what? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. The rest, to me, I think of showing you how those work. I showed you the different ways, and on a previous video, I did show you how to do this type of pocket which is very similar to if you were going to use these together. I don't know, should we do one together so that we see what it looks like? I don't know. I think not. I think that there's enough, that's enough for you to digest. I'm going to go ahead and decorate, and I'll show you the different pockets we did today, and then I will, yeah. Show you this. I am almost finished with a party favor for our 3,000 month subscriber on YouTube, and this is one of the pages that comes in that. And if I'm mistaken, it's in the Friday freebie. It's a freebie for everyone. So I just thought I'd show you that. Look for the party favor that should be out in the next day or two that matches this kit. The fussy cuts for this kit are really fun. Okay, I'm also using, this is also part of the party favor, and there's some really fun photographs that come with it. I'll show you here. And so when I release that party favor, it'll be free to all the members, but I will just probably release, oops, that one's upside down, 200 to everyone else. So if you, oops, if you're interested in that, on the coffee site, what I do is just give yourself, ask to be notified when I post stuff, and then you'll know when I've posted that freebie. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of this transparent tape from my overlay kit to put these down to decorate this page. So I want to make some paper clips, and I'm not going to do it in this video, but what I do as I go along the way is, like, for example, this. I'd love to have this put in here with a paper clip, but I don't have one that matches the journal yet. So I'm just going to do that and know that I'll replace that when I make my my paper clips. And then let's see. What I'm wanting is, I'm wanting to just kind of see this part sticking out. So let's do it. That. This comes in the kit, but I think it's also on a Friday freebie. My gosh, if I can't say it. Friday freebie. Yeah, let's see. I would just leave it like that. So on this side we have this, and this, and this, and then we have this one here. Okay, I do have one more. And if you fold one of these down and glue it, you can make a pocket. These are long enough to make a pocket on any of your pages that way. Okay, I'm just going to glue it in. And this is just printed double-sided so that I could show, oh, oops. So I could show you the possibility of what that is, of what happens. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I just printed it double-sided so that I could show you what that looks like as an option for, you know, possibly using the opposite side. So I'm just going to press that in, and then on this side here, what I'm going to do is just kind of match this here, glue these together, and have the double pockets there.